Good morning, it's Sunday the 5th of August and this is the daily racing service from the Handicap Snip. Kick straight on with the betting. We've already had a nice couple of winners with handicap chases with Fit for 50 and Ink Master in the first little run of this service. We're going to start off at Market Raisin, 2:35. There's a 2 mile 3 handicap chase, class 4, and the selection is Call to Order for Richard Johnson and John Joe O'Neill. Blinkers go on first time. He ran exceptionally well recently in a strong race at Worcester. He can take advantage here. 2 points to win, Call to Order. The next race on the card is also a handicap chase. It's quite a decent race, class 4 this time. 3 miles. And there's a horse in here that has been carefully nurtured back to fitness and health, and I think is a big price today. There are various options in the race. I'm desperately keen to take on Harry Skelton and Dan Skelton with Mrs. Robin. Not been out for 50 days, 1-2 on the bounce, gone up significantly in the weights. 13-8, no thank you very much. I do like Fergal O'Brien's Vinnie Red. He ran well over 2 miles 4 at Uttoxeter recently, but he may need another run. But a horse I'm going to bet is called Ravished, Charlie Longston. I got 14-1 last night. It may have been some money for him. 3:10, Market Raisin, Ravished, 1 point each way. Just have a quick look. He's had 4 runs in 2018. The last of them came at Stratford over 2 miles 6 in June. He was a third of 12 in a class 4, off 115, ran 114, similar mark. He really wants at least 3 miles, which is what he gets today, and he is well handicapped against old form. Put a boy on claiming 5, which takes him down £5 further. I'm absolutely certain he's going there trying for his life. 3:10, Market Raisin, Ravished, 1 point each way. The next bet on the day is the 5:10 at Chester. I love Chester, as everybody knows. And the bet is in the 5:10 at Chester. Number 2, Dark Devil, is 1 point each way. 5:10 Chester, Dark Devil, 1 point each way. And the next bet is in the 2:15 at Deauville in France. It's the Group 1 Prix Maurice de Guist. It's 6.5 furlongs. I've been through this in a lot of detail. We've got our old friend Dubai in here. I wouldn't put you off. I did see that some firms were going 40-1 for him, with 4 places available each way. He literally didn't have a race at Goodwood the other day. The trainer even says that in the Racing Post. But anyway, that's not the bet. The bet is on Christophe Soumillon for this 4-year-old called City Light. He won 3 on the bounce easily and then was just a very close second in the Group 1 Diamond Jubilee Stakes at Royal Ascot. Back up to 6.5 furlongs. He is going to prove exceptionally hard to beat today. And he's a 2 point win bet. 2:15 Deauville. City Light, 2 points to win. Those are all the bets for today. 4 bets. We'll just whiz through the cards. Alan King has got one here. We'll start off at Market Raisin. There's a juvenile hurdle, and Alan King's got one here. Parminter, 11-8. He may well win. Then in this maiden hurdle at 2 o'clock, Harry Skelton, Dan Skelton, odds-on shot, Ezenak has run second 3 times. Could be very, very difficult to beat. I'm not putting it up as a bet because it's far too short. It should be really difficult to beat that horse. This nice handicap chase, I have looked at some of the outsiders. I gave serious consideration to Cushing Bridge here for Adam Podson and Charles Podson. Gave serious consideration to this horse. Dropped in grade from last time out, but previously had run well at Market Raisin off a slightly higher mark. It's been dropped a couple of pounds, and previously to that was second of 11 in a similar grade, off £2 higher at Southwell Wasn't beaten far, only beaten a length and a quarter. 16-1, with only 7 runners, you'd be betting the win only, and I don't think that's right. So, call to order, 2 points to win was the bet. Again, this 310, I have looked at it in detail. There are various horses in here with back form and possibilities of improving and running better. Talk on the Street. Got a £7 claim on for Richard Fahey. Been running consistently well. Will appreciate a return to 3 miles. He might well go close at 8-1. Vinnie Red, Fergal O'Brien, always capable of getting them ready. Cheek Pieces go on first time. Expect a big run from him. So there's a lot of decent chances in there. Absolutely got to take on Mrs. Robin. I'm just hoping Ravished can run back somewhere near his best form, and hopefully with the £5 off his back, he's proved very well handicapped. So I did look at these handicap hurdles. There's several of them. 340 is a handicap hurdle. Very tough indeed. I would want to be against the Skelton horse here. It's got slung up £20 for winning 2 races, and now it's even money in a better race. We'll be taking that on if you were playing. Another division of a handicap hurdle, extremely tricky, and this horse and these 8 Javelics, Harry Skelton again, Dan Skelton, has got some form in bumpers that makes it about 115 or 120 horse, and it's running off 86. This could be absolutely chucked in here. I can't say yes or no, but if that bumper form was to be reproduced, this thing would be about £20 well in. That's why it's odds on. Another handicap hurdle. I found it impossible to sort these out, I have to say. And then there's a bumper. And there's a falls on shot in the bumper for Dan Skelton. He may well win again. Over at Chester, you of course got to pay very close attention to the trainers that regularly win there, like Tom Dascombe and Richard Kingscott. They are very likely to have a winner on the card. Richard Fahey always does well there. Mark Johnston. And of course the owner, Dr. Marwan Kukash. So look out for those. Dascombe has got one in the first, which is a nursery. I'm not playing myself. But also Fahey's got one in there as well. Very tricky. 2-year-olds. Handicap. In the second race, Mark Johnston's got an even money favourite. Drawn in stall 1. Won on his second start at Beverley. Looks extremely difficult to beat. But Kingscott and Dascombe have got a newcomer. Drawn wide though. Drawn 9 is very negative. But that'll be interesting to see. But I'm not lumping on the favourite. 3 o'clock is the listed race over 6 furlongs. Of course, this is why Kimberella didn't run at Doncaster yesterday. It's because he comes and runs here. He's an old favourite of ours. He's a course and distance winner. He's well up to winning this race. He hasn't been running at his best his last 2 or 3 starts. But he's more than capable of winning this. His major rival in the market today is Major Jumbo from the Kevin Ryan yard. They managed to have 2 winners last night at Hamilton, beg your pardon. And they have been struggling for winners. They've only got 35% running to form there. But Major Jumbo's a front runner. He's got no experience at Chester. But if he pings out and gets on the lead, he's been running very quickly of late in major handicaps. He may be able to see off Kimberella. In the end, I decided I couldn't make a call between them. It's one of them things, if you back one, the other one will win, and likewise, and vice versa. So I left it alone. But I'd love to see old Kimberella win. There's a saga that the long-term members know about that horse, but we won't go into that now. Anyway, move on. 330 is a really decent handicap for the grade, class 4, 0 to 85. And what's interesting about it is these 2 horses here, number 2, Gossip Column, and number 6, Berkshire Royal, ran against the horse that won at Goodwood on Saturday, the horse that broke the track record in the Gordon Stakes. Forget the name of the horse now. But they were second and fourth. Gossip Common running that race at Ascot it was. And he was very keen that day, never settled. It'd be very interesting to see whether, and I nearly made it a bet. Gossip Column, whether it can reverse the form with Berkshire Royal. Berkshire Royal is going to go off at around 11 to 10. It's very short. But so I couldn't bet that at the price. But Gossip Column, if it's very keen again, it has been winning, you see, over 10 furlongs. It's now up to 12 furlongs. In the end, I couldn't decide that it was good enough value to make a bet. But it's definitely fascinating form. Because, you know, the horse that beat them went and bolted up in a group race. So, makes it very interesting. Then there's a 2-year-old conditions race. This horse here for Archie Watson has won his last 2 starts, Rocking Roy. He's been odds on. He looks exceptionally hard to beat. You've got Farhi and Hannigan here. They may be capable of taking him on. If I was going to take him on, I would definitely take him on with Gabriel the Wire. Yes. Then this 440 is another handicap. Very tough. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Johnson's horse at 14 to 1 could win this. That's how wide open it is. You've got Tom Daskin and Richard Kingscott again, 14 to 1. Mickey drawn in the car park. That's no good for him. Did seriously consider Dragon's Tail, but at 9 to 2. Top weighted 3-year-old in the race, with a lad claiming 7. I also considered Club Wexford. In the end, proved way too tricky. So I had to leave it alone. So the only bet on the card was, and I was torn between 2. I have to tell you, in this 5-10, I'm torn between 2 horses, Dark Devil and Mulligatawny. Both very similar. The only reason I've gone for Dark Devil is because he ran second at the big meeting in May, the Chester Cup meeting, off a higher mark. Let's have a look. Yes, he was second of 12 at Chester May meeting, only beating a neck. He ran off 83 there, down to 80. And the boy claims £7, and he's a good lad. So effectively, £10 lower than when only beating a neck over course and distance. Surely the yard and the owner and everything target these horses at these Chester races. Mulligatawny has also got some form over the course and distance, and he's also dropped a long way in the weights. And I think it's between them 2 for the winner. I'm not saying they're both going to run well. I think one of those 2 will probably win. So I've gone for Dark Devil each way in the hope that at least gets in the frame. Here you go. That's Chester. And just briefly on the Prix Maurice de Geest over at Deauville. Got Brando, of course. Kevin Ryan again struggling for winners. He was second in the July Cup. He won this race last year. He may be a big player this year. I'll be so annoyed if Dubai goes and wins a Group 1 after being denied any kind of passage in the Group 2 at Royal Ascot, Glorious Goodwood. But I just think City Light has got the form in the book, and local trainer ran his best life, his lifetime best, you know, overseas, back at home on his own native soil, to see him running even better. So City Light, couple of points to win. There you go. Those are all the bets, the previews for Sunday. I'm making a quick results review video. Please check that out as well.